Welcome back, everyone. We are looking at Blocktopia on a weekly time frame, and I don't know if you've seen our previous video on this asset, but please do refer back to it. This little orange and red section right here is what we said we would want to consolidate in and stop before we go to the upside for the retracement, and it kind of seems like we're getting that action right now. This wick and this little doji, if it closes like this at the end of the day today, and on the weekly candle, it is possible that we're looking at a layer of support in this level and gonna start a reprieve bounce next week. The issue is the volume is increasing on a weekly, so if this level is lost, I told you guys that we're gonna basically free fall down, and it's 0 is the target. Basically anything under here is basically too small for us to even really gauge, but the layer will be very low. I mean, if I even give you a measured move, yeah, it's not even worth giving you a measured move because we're making like all-time new lows, and the low is basically 0. So this asset is almost just giving up everything. I'm gonna go to a daily because the weekly is that we need to close above basically 0.105. 1.5 cent. As long as we close above 1.5 cent, maybe we've achieved a bottom and we could look for a reprieve bounce. But even when we get a reprieve bounce at 0.18 is going to be the first layer of resistance to the downside, and then if we can get above that and close above 2.5 cents, we can look for our first layer of resistance to the upside being at 3 cents, and then formally at 4 cents at the 236 will be the largest layer of resistance before we see anything higher than that. I'm gonna go to a daily so you can zoom in a little bit. Going to the daily, we are under all the EMAs, yes, but we have tested into the 21 and rejected, and now we're trying to find some support on this last previous low and the bottom of the Bollinger Band. We are breaking into the last previous low right now, so if we can just go sideways for the next 9 hours, that'd be great, and we can look for the move to the upside since the selling volume is slowing down. One big buy can bring this whole thing back up. When we do get the reprieve bounce, the first layer of resistance is going to be this orange line, which is at 0.126, as well as the 21 EMA, which is matching up with the middle of the Bollinger Band at 0.13. After these levels, we can, and breaking this previous high, we can look for the target being 0.15, 0.16. So if we can get there and have some closes, open and closes on a daily level in this area, then we can look for these higher targets. But as of right now, we have a lot of resistance to the downside, a lot of panic, a lot of fear, and it can cause this asset to continually drop. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna zoom in on a 4 hour so we can get one more clearer look. And as of right now, we are opening and closing 4 hour candles underneath this 0.11 level, which is not great. If we can get back above, that would be fantastic. We want to close around 0.115, and then we can look for higher levels. But if we even get here and get rejected, we're looking for this to become our support at 0.1125, and then we can continue higher. If we continually have open and closes under this level, I'm looking for the downside becoming a more real reality. After the selling stops, maybe we get a reprieve bounce up to the 21 or the 55, and then the selling can continue back. So just be very careful on this asset. We are very near lows. I mean, it can only go a little bit lower, which is 1 cent. But I mean, at least your risk to reward ratio is good for an upside retrace if you have a very tight stop loss. If you're taking a long right now, you want to keep your stop right under this Bollinger Band, basically 0.01. Under 0.01, just be patient and wait for this asset to go where it wants to, and then reaccumulate it when you see some strength and the weekly and the daily starting to show that the selling has subsided and the retracement is in full force. And that is Blocktopia for you guys on a weekly, daily, and 4 hour time frame. If you have any questions or concerns or other assets you would like me to cover, just leave it in the section below and I will get back to you. Aside from that, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and press the bell button for notifications so you guys get this real-time updates as soon as possible. Talk to you guys soon. Be safe.